Hello, everybody. Right. So we are a few days away from end of service of War of the Visions, and I have been avoiding doing this video because I have a whole bunch of feels about it, and for some reason I just really wanted to avoid feeling the feels, I suppose. Anyway. Right. So I thought... Right, tapping through some stuff. So I thought what I'd do is just do some daily stuff, hang out in the game like a usual, like, normal session of logging in, doing some dailies, doing some stuff, and just talking about some stuff, I guess. I've, like, not planned this at all. Anyway. I'm going to turn the sound down just a tad. Alright. Hopefully we can still hear it a little bit, but not too much. So my gamer name, as a lot of people know, comes from when I played Final Fantasy as a kid, Final Fantasy VII, and I took the name Ares because it was Ares when I played Final Fantasy VII, not Aerith. But I took the name and then I just smashed together the ending of the word Hawaii, but I added an A. And anyway, it was nonsensical, but that was kind of the point, trying to make something unique. And I liked double vowels, thought it was cool. So yeah, so my gamer namesake is my final unit for the home screen for this game because I love her. When I was playing Final Fantasy VII, my brother had told me, one of my brothers had told me, oh, she dies in this. And I was like, what? She's my favorite. No way. I'm not letting her die. So I decided to just farm and farm and farm and farm and do nothing but that. And then my other brother tricked me, and I was literally happy to just do nothing but farm in that game and not complete the story because I didn't want her to die. And then my other brother is like, oh, she doesn't die at this part. It's okay. You can continue at this part. So I continued and she died, and I was so mad at my brother. But yeah, these are the same brothers though that after I had sworn off playing gacha games got me into War of the Visions. So in some ways I'm like, how dare you? In other ways I'm like, it was a great decision because it was the community that I needed for the last 4.5 years. And I absolutely lucked out in getting to be in Hydra with Degen's Guild. And those guys are the best. So I've loved my time in this game so much. And so that's probably why this video is difficult to make. You know, I left the game and came back a couple of times, but there were nice needed breaks, and also when you come back, you know, you kind of regroup, re-strategize how you want to play the game, how much time you want to spend, or whatever, how much money and resources you want to devote to it. So the times away were really good for that, for me to regroup and find how I want to play, how I wanted to play. And I think that I had settled into a really nice balance with all of that. And so, yeah, some of the main frustrations have just been with the decisions that some of the studio and everything have made with War of the Visions. And I know that that's part of the EOS story for this game, but, you know, at the end of the day, It is a gacha game. And gacha games aren't exactly created for longevity. Their business model isn't really for long-term sustainability. Now, I am playing a game. I play Guild Wars 2, which on the European server that I absolutely love that game. It's so nice because it has horizontal progression and they honor your money spent, they honor your time. It's great. Anyway, I think that the more that I was playing Guild Wars, the more there was a contrast to the gacha business model, and I had sworn off playing gachas, for the reason of them being so, I don't know, greedy. And I don't think that they need to be as stingy as they are so often. And I think this game had some of the worst rates of gachas, that are out there, but which is a shame. I think that the characters in this game are amazing. The basis of it being based on turn-based and tactic style play was such a benefit for borrowing from that nostalgia and building on that people love tactic style playing games. The people who play them really, really love them. And it's such a hallmark of the Final Fantasy IP that it just was fantastic that they paired it with this amazing Art Nouveau art style. I was going to talk about what I've been doing in the game lately, but why I went into the guild screen. But I'm going to go into the characters, the units here. So this Art Nouveau art style was just so well done and well executed in this game that they have set such a standard for the artists in this game should be absolutely so proud of themselves for what they've created here, because it is one of the best catalogs of characters that exist. And the way that they've interpreted the Final Fantasy characters has been just incredible. And they've made them look amazing in the War of the Visions art style. It's so stunning. And it's so stunning. I now own both English art books, the first one and the second one. I was lucky I got one for I had been shopping around and looking for the first art book in English, because obviously they're not making it anymore. And so I had to get lucky. Somebody's selling it out there. But my husband actually found it for me for my birthday and surprised me with it, which was so nice. I was very, very happy about that. Anyway, so now I own both those books, and I'm so happy to have those books. I did an art degree, and we used to always say that when you design something on a screen and it looks pretty good, but then when you print it, it always looks so much more amazing when you print it out. So seeing like the vision cards printed out big, it's just, and getting to see all the detail, they're so nice. I love them. I'm so happy to have those books. So yeah, these characters have been pretty freaking epic. So I recently looked up on WOTV stats to see which character I use the most in guild battle, and it is like by far and away, not even close of a contest. I didn't change my guild battle team very much. I mean, we never did. Hydra doesn't run walls. We do some meta, but we don't like dictate what people have to run really in our, and being top 30 is great. It's easy. It's fun. You get to be kind of you get to be competitive, but you also don't have to like sweat and struggle and fight with anybody to get people to put up a good team. So I really like that casual try hard way we did things in Hydra. So A2 is the unit that I use the most. Obviously I love her. it's not hard to see why. She's awesome, and they did such a great job with her skills. Anyway, I love her, so really happy to have gotten that unit, and that they did this collab with Nier, and it was such a good collab. I think the Nier collab and the FMA, the Full Metal Alchemist collabs, probably some of my favorites, where they did it from an outside IP, aside from the other Final Fantasy collabs, because I really love Final Fantasy collabs. They could not have done enough of those. They could have just kept doing them and kept rerunning them. But yeah, so the outside IP collabs, Nier and Full Metal Alchemist are my favorite. So I had a couple of goals here once they announced EOS. I only had a couple, so for the most part, most of my units, I was always adamant about leveling them up so that I could have to just get every stat I could from the masteries here. And I would regularly level units to basically to the max of what I could. And so I didn't have very many units left that needed leveling. So even though I've run that dungeon for the Transcendence medals loads and loads and loads since EOS, I'm not going to use 90% of those medals. I was just doing it to run units. So my goals were just to finish out leveling up the units I have. I noticed that I have one unit that I needed to level, but he'll probably stay stuck because I ran out of blossoms. I ran out of blossoms at the end. Like, I was so short that this is the last unit I still have to get to 120. I think I've got everybody else to 120 or 140, but I'm not that fussed. I'm not that worried about 140. Yeah, so my two goals at the end there were I really wanted to get Rosa to 120. She had been stuck at 107 for so long that I just threw all of her mates from her. This is what I was going to talk about, so now I'm talking about it. So going into the barracks, I basically threw like a bunch of her mates from the same Final Fantasy in there to try to get all the medals I could for her. And then I threw Slime in there, hoping to try to level up Slime, but because I had forgotten to do, I think I quit at the same time that this Slime banner was up where you could easily get him leveled, and I never did it. So I've been trying to get Slime up. See, I'm pretty close, but he probably won't make it. Very close, but we'll see if Slime gets to be 120 or not. I don't know. Yeah, so I was trying to level up Rosa and get her to 120. I did that just in the nick of time last week. And so that was nice to get her to be 120. And then the other thing that I cared about was considering that Aerith is one of my favorite units, I actually hadn't used her enough to get her to get her 10k title. Is it in here? Yeah, it's in here. So I had just been running the Transcendence chamber on repeat ever since they announced EOS to try to get Ares 10,000 run title, and I got it last week, so that makes me happy. And then after I got that and looked at everything, there just really wasn't much that I wanted to do still. I had said before that I was going to see if I cared about like finishing all the selection quests, which I haven't done, and getting like 140s on these units, and I just ran out of it. I ran out of energy, and it just felt like kind of pointless. Some of the things, as things began to feel more and more sort of pointless, and you could feel the energy just leaving the game, I just thought I'd let those things go and not worry about it, and not put the energy into it. I've got a lot going on with my time and stuff right now in my own life, so like finishing up things like a completionist in a game that's dying is like, you just kind of, things just get let go. But I had just been running this. I haven't even finished this. Like, I could have just done this run to get at these 6 blossoms that are in here. Wait, isn't there 6 blossoms in here? Maybe there aren't. Anyway, There was somewhere there's 6 blossoms where I could get from. Oh, I know what it is. It's up here in the missions, I think. Let's see. Daily. Anyway, there were more blossoms. There it is. So if I had cleared the nightmare chamber, I could get at those blossoms. And so I had decided, I've been debating on whether or not I cared about that enough to get at the last 2 blossoms I needed to level up Ryu, right? Anyway, I don't know why. I'm just like, how do I say like that character's name? But yeah, so I thought, I don't think I'm not bothered by it. Maybe I could do it. I'm just, it's sort of like the energy to put into it to spend time setting up the team and all doing that. I just wasn't that bothered. But I did do, just the other day, I did this Spire of Fire that I hadn't done. And to as much as I cared about, I was like, okay, well, I'll just do the regular up to the top. And all I did was just throwing in auto create. I have a few teams set up. Like, I have that have been there for ages, like old teams, just I'd have to fix them up. But yeah, so I just slammed teams. Oh, these are the teams I had made for the EX stuff. Anyway, but the normal teams I have quite a few made. I have one for each element. And anyway, I just threw all those until I ran out of them, and then I just autoed up to the whole thing and then got it done without having to reset any of my units, and just was like, cool, great, glad that's done. So then I had all of these cleared. So that is something that I did as a completionist. That one felt like I really wanted to make sure that one was done. Anyways, so I saved a few polls left here at the end for this video. I have had really terrible luck on this. So who do I have selected? I think I had Mont selected for a while, and obviously I never got him. And then I just switched to Venera. I don't have Bronwell in the first spot. Maybe I should. Maybe I'd actually at least get some rainbows more. But I've been getting just old units on my rainbows. I don't know what it is with this banner, but they gave us a really kind of garbage banner for the end banner. It would have been so much nicer if they'd just given us pities to get these units. That way, the last few units left in the game to get. I think that was a big misstep. It's not been a very feel-good banner, to say the least. It's been a, wow, feels bad banner. So I just take some issue with what they chose to give us here at the end. I love the transcendence things. That's just kind of like obvious. Like, yeah, open everything up, let everybody level everything. But they should have allowed us to be able to buy blossoms with our transcendence medals. They should have just opened everything up, because obviously we can't spend money. So like, why gatekeep things? Anyway, so I'm gonna do some polls now. I just have a couple to do. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do this one, and then I have that I got from finishing out the fire porcelain tower. Then I have, the viz I've got that I'll throw at the. Maybe I should talk nice about the banner. I don't think it's gonna be nice to me, even if I talk nice about the banner. So then we'll throw our last viz at that and see what happens. So I've got a few polls to do. So yeah. Ticket poll. It would be funny if these ticket polls are better than the banner. We'll see. That I've had such bad luck on that banner. Ugh. It's made me feel sad. But here we go. Hopefully, I mean, not that we can do much with these units, even if we get a decent poll, but it would just be nicer. All right, so here we go. Silver book. Game is lagging a little bit, but what do you do? Whee! Well, one of my favorite MRs, but no rainbows there. Next. We get one, you are guaranteed 10 times summon. Maybe I should have saved this one for last. Something good. Something good. But I would like to say that I really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed gaming with everyone. And thanks to everybody who that I've come in contact with in the game, and people who haven't come in contact with in the game. Thanks for playing the game. Thanks for being part of the wider community. And I'm just glad to have found this game and enjoyed playing it. Ooh, double rainbow. Just what I needed. Here we go. Delric. Yay. I actually have his 10K title because he was a bonus unit in a trials. And I like trials. I tried hard on trials. Okay, here we go. Last, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 4 polls on this banner. We won't be able to get to the guaranteed rainbow, so I mean, it is what it is. We get whatever we get. And hopefully you guys don't see nothing but blues or depressing polls. But if you do, I guess it would just be, oh look, it's my account doing what my account does. There was a time period where I was relatively lucky in this game, but those were short-lived. I find it amazing when I hear about accounts that were like super lucky. I'm just like, you must work for Gumi. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And then they share their polls and like, yes, I got lucky again. I'm like, you freaking work for Gumi. Oh. Oh dear. Right, so one poll and not much to show for it. Here we go again. Yes, give me Venera, please. Like, I find this game ending very disorienting. And I think that's why I avoided making this video. It's just like, what feelings are going to come up? It just feels like very final and almost like I don't want to admit it or face it. But it's ending. The game is ending. It's going to die. I will be hanging out on Degen's stream when the game goes down. So I will be watching Degen's stream and hanging out there for the final. Woo! No rainbow at the top. That would make sense. It would be nice to get lucky. I mean, we only have 2 more polls. Come on, game. Come on, game. There's probably not going to be enough time to make another poll, so like, please let this suck less. Oh, wow. Brown book. I've had more than my fair share of nothing but blue polls on these polls, so I would not be surprised if there's not even a single change. I would skip this if it wasn't like, oh, my last video. Oh, wow, change. Thank goodness we got another Seymour. That's what we needed. Double the Arte. Nasha, a very good unit. A very good unit that I've used quite a bit in this game. Wish the polls were more fun. I probably should have saved that rainbow poll. Because, yeah, then it would be... the last poll would be at least a rainbow. We could see Velric's mug again. Silver book. Probably the last poll in the game. I mean... Shadowlinks. Balo. Vadim. Blade. Misha. Phoebe. Uni. Misha. Misha! And no change. Oh, Curry was it. Last pull of the game. Wow. I mean, what do you do? Besides pull 3 Mishas in one pull. Who was it that was calling Misha Mitch? I love that. I was like, yeah. Mitch. Damn Mitch. Right. What now? I'll probably make a long video and maybe upload it of just going through my units and looking at everything. But that might be a different video. It'll be really long and I don't really want to have that be my goodbye to everybody video. But cool, great. Welp. It's weird. I shouldn't feel slightly disoriented about a bad pull sesh, but what? It's just been kind of one of the stories of this game, right? It's been a big thread of like pulls go bad, it feels bad. What do? You close the game, come back for guild battle. And then you just look at your cute characters and the happy art, and that gets you through. So let me go back to my guild. Have a wee look, see at some guild stuff going on. I haven't done like a goodbye message because it's weird. It's weird. It's so weird to me. It's very disorientating to have this game die, but such is life. Welp, I'm just gonna have a quick peek at my titles again. I don't know, just not quite sure. Some good ones. Makes me so sad to say goodbye to all these characters that that we've worked so hard building and invested in, and they're just disappearing. What do you do? I don't know. Let's see if anybody's doing anything in multi. Wouldn't that be weird if we jumped in like we cared? I always like this music because we heard it a lot. So good thing it didn't like super totally suck. No rooms recruiting. Update. Nobody. Update. Nobody. This is sad. Okay, let's not do that. That's the worst. Go back to the home screen. And anyway, thanks everybody again. Thanks for anybody indulging my videos. And I made videos just for my guild to show polls because I wanted a record of like, these polls are shit and I want some proof and to commiserate or be happy with everybody in Hydra or my guild. And, you know, a few more people have also watched them, and it's been fun across the game to connect with people, and that's been one of the best things. Love the community, love the characters, love the art, love my game, and I've loved the time I've spent in around all those positive elements in this game, and it's been fantastic for me overall. And so the positives have certainly outweighed the negatives for me, and I am really glad to have found this game, and I'm sad it's ending, and feel quite a lot of things about that, and a lot of support and appreciation for everybody across this game, and thank you for being a part of making it fun for me. And yeah, all the best in everything you guys do, and hopefully someday there's going to be another Hydra guild somewhere in another game where I can jump in and play with people, so we'll see. If not, I'm only gaming right now on Guild Wars 2 European server, so if anyone wants to game with me there, just let me know. So yep, wish you all the best. This is getting long and weird, and anyway, yeah, I'll let Aries say something. Alright, later.